Hey guys, this is Saurav, and today I am going to discuss this course named Excel. So I'll be talking about Excel in terms of industrial applications. So we'll be learning different tools along with this course. So let's begin and let's first discuss the course outline. So this course is basically in the form of training where you will be learning different things through examples. We'll try to understand different concepts through examples. So first thing that we are going to talk about is Excel introduction. Then we are going to talk about interface management and formatting, which is very useful while making the reports. So whatever reports that you are making or you'll be making wherever you are working or you are going to work for a company, that is these things are going to help you in doing that. So next we'll be learning some Excel formulas and we'll see the applications part of it as well, because when you know the formula, so you should know where to apply it, and definitely it is going to help you in making different sort of reports or doing some sort of Excel analysis for different industries. Then we'll be talking about sorting, filtering and pivot tools. So these tools will be very useful when you are dealing with a lot of data, and that's where we'll be using it and we'll apply through examples as well. Then we'll be talking about worksheet management, which is very important part when we talk about management information system, when we talk about managing different sort of programs, different sort of schedules. So in that terms, worksheet management will be very useful. So we are going to talk about each and every part one by one, and we'll try to understand it, right? So let's begin with the today's class where we'll be talking about introduction part of Excel. Then we'll talk about a scope of Excel, where we'll be talking about what are the opportunities that will be available when you know about like Excel. And then we'll talk about how does it look like and what are the tools that is available. So we'll just see the user interface of it. Then we'll talk about basics tools that is there in Excel, and then we'll talk about document creations, which will be covering new file creations or managing those files. So this will be the outline of today's class, and this class will be more of an introduction part where those who are not having any knowledge about Excel, or even if you have, it will be just a brief introduction that how we are going to tackle this software. So let's begin. So I'll be directly moving to Excel where we'll be trying to understand it, right? So before that, let's first understand the scope part of it. So Excel is just a numerical analysis software which allows you to do lot of analysis with even small amount of data, varying from large amount of data to a lot of millions or zillions of data. So it has a huge amount of flexibility. That's why it is constantly being used in the industry. So let's first do understand that what sort of analysis that we can do in Excel, and how does it work in that way. So first thing that you can do in Excel is the numerical calculation. So numerical calculation whatsoever it is, whatever you are having, you can do such kind of calculation in Excel. Then we'll be talking about data entry, and in data entry as well, you will see a lot of applications of Excel is there. Then as I already said, high volume data analysis, this is field where a lot of companies or industries are moving nowadays, because data is becoming more and more important when we talk about future development or future roadmap of the technologies. So that's where a lot of data are being generated, and that's where you need to do some sort of synthesization or analysis on that data part. Then obviously data reports, so you can do make a report on different datas, and based on that data analysis you can draw some conclusions and you can create a extensive report out of that. Then we'll understand simulation model. Simulation model is something that will automate your work. It can be in technical fields, it can be in non-technical fields. Then we'll talk about graphical analysis. So graphical analysis is also very useful, which Excel will allows you to do that, and we'll talk about throughout this course as well. Then we'll be having miscellaneous analysis as per requirement. So these are the things, you know, which you can frequently do in Excel, and it will almost cover all the analysis that we typically do with the data. Then next part is the opportunities that will be available when you know Excel, or per se when you are having knowledge about Excel. So first thing that you can do, or you can join as a job, I would say, would be data analyst. So when you are having knowledge about this tool, so definitely this post you can definitely apply for, and it is going to help you to get that kind of roles and responsibilities. Then you can have opportunities in matrix analytics specialist as well, where again you are dealing with different kinds of data or a specialized category of data, and that's where you are doing such kind of analyst. Then management information system executive, this is the field which is very useful when we talk about managing different sort of datas, schedules, appointments. So typically it is there with the top leader or top management person of the company. So you have to manage using Excel those kind of data. Then you can have opportunities as a financial analyst. Then you can have opportunities as market research analyst, big data engineers, big data analytics architect, big data solution architect, and many more. A lot of jobs are there which are directly based on Excel. So when you know Excel, this is a very powerful tool available to you, and if you know about it, definitely you will be having lot of opportunities to get on. So this is basically the Excel interface. This is how it looks like. So first time those who are just seeing it, so I don't know whether you have encountered it before or not. So this is how simple this interface is looking like. And in this interface there are a lot of names, tools which are available, and you can easily understand it. So first I'll let you know about this whole part, which is known as the worksheet. So I just call it a page of a notebook. So if this is the whole notebook which we call it workbook, then this is basically the page of it. And you know that in a notebook there is not a single page. There is a lot of other pages. There are a lot of pages which are available. So what are those pages? Where are they? So you can create such pages like this. You can just click on this plus, and multiple sheets will be added, which I call it as a page in a notebook. And this is your whole notebook, right? So you can have a lot of data on that, and this is how it looks like. So then first let's talk about a particular interface, this whole work areas that we are talking about. So this is basically the work area that is available to you. So this is known as the column, and this is known as the rows, right? And intersection of rows and column is known as a cell. So this is basically the intersection of a particular column and a particular row, and this intersection is known as a cell, and cell has an address. Where will you find the address of this cell? So if you go here, so here there is a display box which is known as name box. In that name box you will be getting the address of each and every cell. So these are nomenclature that will be you'll be hearing again and again in this training section. So you should remember this. I believe then you'll be able to easily understand that what I'm talking about, right? So this is basically cell, and each cell has address. Then after cell we have like combination of cells. This combination of cell is known as range. So now you can just easily guess it that a particular cell is also known as a range, and combination of one or more cells are range as well. So this is basically a range. If you want to name this range, you can directly go here and you can name this range as well. So this is basically the range. So we have rows. So we have different rows. If you want to see how many rows are there, so it's approximately 10 lakh or something. You just press control and you'll press down arrow, and you'll easily come to the last row. So which is like 10,48,576. So this is basically the total number of rows which is available in Excel. And total number of columns, when we talk about, so total number of columns will be approximately 65,000. So you can just Google it out, it will be available to you. And that the last column is XFT. So this is basically the combination of different alphabets. So first it will start from A, and you know that A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and we will go on, and then at last after Z it will again start with A, B, A, C, and similarly it will go in that logical manner to the last row, which is approximately I think 64,000 or something like that. So you can just check it out. So that sort of data, fields, rows and columns are available to you. You can do a lot of analysis on that, and you can just get your job done easily. So this is basically the interface. Then I'll introduce you the tools toolbar. Completely this interface is known as toolbar. So you can just see it, and at the top you will be finding some tool which is basically this top thing is known as quick access toolbar. So the name itself says that you can utilize it directly from here. So if you want to use something out of this, so you can easily drag, and you can just select it, and you will be easily able to do any sort of analysis based on that tool. So this is something which is useful, which for example, if you have, let's say, a lot of tools out of this, right, and you want to use a particular tool again and again, so what you can do, you can just select a particular tool and then you can select it in quick access toolbar. So how can you do that? So you'll just right click on this arrow, and over here some few tools are already available, but what you will do, you will go to more commands, and in that more commands one window will pop out, and in that window you can over here, as you can see, that quick access toolbar, we call it QAT as well. So right now these are the only tools which are available. So you can add different tools as well based on that, right? So if you want to add, let's say, copy is already there. If you want to add, let's say, border, so I want to add border, I'll just press it, I'll press add, and then I'll just press OK. So that's it. So you'll see that, over here, as you can see, that another bottom border tool has appeared. And if you don't want to use it, so what you can do, you can just click it over here, and you can just go to more commands, and you can click on this, and you can remove this. So that will be removed. So anything that you want to remove from the quick access toolbar, you can easily remove it. So that is something which is very important. Then we have like name of a particular book. So this whole thing is known, this file is known as workbook. So how to create this file? So we'll go to file, and you can go to new, and in that new you will click on blank workbook. So it will appear a blank workbook like this. So that is basically book 2. So I'll just delete this because I'm using book 1. Then in that we have like this is known as tab. So this is home tab, insert tab, page layout, formulas. This is basically the tab, and this whole interface is known as ribbon. So this is basically known as ribbon, which is having a lot of tools available, and in that particular tools you will be seeing the segmentation. In every tab we are having different segmentation like this. You can see there are vertical lines into it. So that is basically, that partition is known as groups. So tool has been divided into first the tab, and then we have the ribbon, and in that ribbon tool has been divided into groups, and this is the group name. So clipboard is the basically group name, and in that clipboard these are the tools which are available. So it's a copy, lot of things is available, and if you want to see what is the property of that particular group, you can just click on the right bottom corner, and you will get the property of that particular group. So that is basically very easy. Then we have another group which is font, and it has different sort of tools as well. Then you have alignment, number, style, cells, editing. So that is there in home tab. Then you have insert tab. So we'll be having different groups and different tools. Then we have like page layout, formulas, data, review, and view, developer. So these are the tab that is available. So now I'll just make you understand how can you add different tabs over here. So what you'll do, you will just click anywhere on this, you'll just right click it, press your mouse, just right click it, go to customize quick access toolbar, or customize the ribbon. So anything that you want to do, you can go over here, and you can go to customize ribbon, and in that customize ribbon you see that a lot of tools are already available over here. So for example, whichever is selected, that is let's say insert is selected, home, so review, data, everything is selected, developer view. So this tab is appearing over here. So if you want to add any sort of new tab, you can just add it. So something, for example, Saurabh personal custom I have created earlier. So I'll create a new tab as well right now. So what I'll do, I'll just I'll go to new tab, new group, rename. So if you want to create a new group, you can create new group, and group, you know what are the groups. If you want to create a new tab separately, you can create it. So I have created too many tabs over here. So already I'll say Saurabh personal, I'll just press OK, and it should appear. So right now I have not put a tick on it, so I'll just press a tick on it, and you can see what are the tools that is available. it has two group, that is new group and tools, and it has having 2 3 tools in that. So you can simply use it to customize your requirements. So you know that now Saurabh personal tab has appeared. It has two group as I was having, and if you want to add third group in this, you can directly go over here, and in that you will be selecting this. You will be saying new group. New group will be, I'll be renaming it. So I'll be saying let's put some icon. I'll say math tools. So anything that you want to like, you want to write, just give it a name. So math tools. So I'll be naming it as math tools. I'll click OK and I'll press OK. So now I am having different tools as well. So as you can see that new group, and new group is this. Then we are having tools, so that you can easily understand it. So let me go to customize the ribbon. Let me see whether why this has not appeared. So if I'm adding a new group, I'll remove this, so it should appear over here. I'll move up, and simply if I am clicking over here, so I'll be just adding a new group in this, and like that you will be having a lot of group. You can add it and it will appear, so that you can see that new group has appeared over here. So this is something which you can customize accordingly, and you can create a lot of groups out of this. So that is, now you can remove this as well. Again, you'll right click on this, you'll go to over here and you'll click OK, and that tool is gone completely. So now this is something which is very easy when you want to have your own tool. You want to have own set of tools, so you know that not each of tools will be used frequently. And if you are a frequent user of Excel, you want to use some tools specifically, so either you can put it in quick access toolbar, or you can make a separate tab out of it, and in that tab you can create a group, and based on the category of the tools, you can just create different groups, so that it will be very easy to understand that what sort of data is in what group. So that is available to you. So as I was telling you about the group that I have created, so I'll just add few tools in that field as well. So let me activate again. Let me activate my custom this. I'll activate it, so it has appeared over here. So inside that you can see that two groups are there, so I'll add some tools as well. So let me add it. So I'll be going over here. So in that, so math tools is there. I have not added any tools over here. So math tools, I'll be saying some number related things. So what I'll say, let's say font I want to use it, so add. So and that's it. Font size I want to add, so I have added it. Let's say freeze panels I want to add, so I have added it. So you simply just have to press add, and simply that's it. So now you'll press OK, and you know that this tool, math tool, has appeared. So earlier, because tool was not there in math tool, so by default it was getting created, but it was not available. Or now it has appeared specifically over here, and you can see it clearly, right? So this is something which is very useful, and you can get different sort of panels accordingly based on your requirement. So that is something that is very important. And then in the existing toolbar, in the existing ribbon, you can have different groups, and if you want to see the property of that particular group, you can just click at this, and you can see the overall property of that particular field. So this is basically the introduction of this whole panel, and then at last you are having something known as the help button. So if you don't have any idea about any particular tool, you can just write it down over here, anything, and Google, either it will help you to find out it on Google, or it will help you to find out that particular thing in Excel database. So that is something that will help you. Then we have like a few other things, minimize, cross, and everything. So once we'll be going through this whole training session, you will be familiar with these tools as well, because we are going to use that. And you can practice as well, whatever data that you have. You can practice with these tools, that how does it work, what does it do, and that sort of things you can easily make familiar yourself, so with that particular tool. So that is something that you can try it out. Then as I was talking about different sheets that you can create, so all the sheets will be identical in nature, unless and until it has different data. So right now when it is a blank sheet, so it will be same. So you know that when you go to a shop, you buy a notebook, you are having all similar pages in that particular notebook. Similar to that, this whole notebook, which is known as workbook, will be having same kind of pages available to you. That's the fresh pages, unless until you are doing some analysis. You can create as many sheets as you want. And now once you have created, suppose somebody is there who want to play with the name and this color and everything with this. So what you can do, you can just right click on this and you can go to tab colors. You can just put a color on it, so you can see that it has a color now. So if somebody wants to put it a name, you can just put it, let's say Saurav I have written, so I have just written my name. So if you want to change it, you want to change the color, you can again go to this, you can go to this color and you can easily change the color out of it. So then we have, like, if you want to protect the sheet, you want to put a code, so you can just put a code on this. What you want to lock, you have a lot of options. So whatever is available to you, whatever you want to use it, you can just select out of this and you can just write the password out of it, and you can easily protect that particular sheet. So that is something which is very useful in nature. So, and similar sort of things you can do with lot of sheets that is available to you. This is the scroll bar that is available to you. So this is the horizontal scroll bar, this is the vertical scroll bar. So whatever data, if you have a lot of data, so you can use this to scroll the data. Then we have like zoom and every options. Then at the bottom panel, this is the status bar, where you will be getting whether your sheet is having any problem or any sort of things. Apart from this, it gives some few data as well. So suppose you have selected this data, so 3 data you will easily get it. Average, count, sum. So I'll repeat this as well in that at later stage, in later session. So that is something that you can easily use it to see the data, and you can do different sort of analysis, right? So I hope that introduction part is clear, and we'll be meeting soon for the next session on the next part of this lecture. So thank you so much for listening to this course. I hope this is useful. Just you can comment back if you find this, if this is useful in any manner, right? You can give your suggestion as well. Thank you.